Very last tip that I have for you is something that I bet you ain't never heard before. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Athena, aka the Green Thumb Goddess. Please be sure to click the button down below and subscribe. Help your girl out. Today I'm going to be getting into my top 6 Green Goddess tips and tricks on how to have the absolute best plants on all the block. You're going to be the envy of all your plant friends if you follow these 6 tips and tricks. Alright, let's get into it. Okay, everybody, let's get started with my top 6 tips and tricks for the best plants ever. Starting with tip number 1.
What do we have here?
What the fuck was that? So tip number 1, which is the most integral tip that I have to offer you today. None of the other tips are going to work unless you implement this one. Tip number 1 is that you must get to know your plant. Oh, how are you? Tell me all about yourself. Plants are individuals. They're completely different. You can have 2 of the exact same plants, one beside each other, and they're both going to want different things. Many different things such as watering and sunlight, feeding, etc. That depends on several different factors. This can depend on the size of the pot that it's in, the root structure. Is it a newer plant? Is it an older plant? Does it have a defined root structure already? What type of climate do you live in? What's the humidity like in your house? It can depend on the soil. It can depend on a variety of different things. So the number 1 tip, as I said, is you have to get to know your plant. Your plant is an individual. It's not the same as all the other ones. So when people give things such as like a watering guide online, you know, water your plant every week, that's their plant. You can only use that as a guideline. You need to listen to your plant, get to know your plant. Tip number 2, research. Frantically researching. Okay, when I say research, I mean get on the Googs, okay? Get your type on. If you're at the store, you bring home a plant and you don't have the correct lighting for it, you won't be able to water it correctly, etc. That's a waste of money, and that's a sad little plant that's gonna die. So make sure that you research your plants. You need to research in order for you to do tip number 1, which is get to know your plant. Or you're not gonna be able to get to know your plant if you don't know what kind of a plant it is. So yeah, make sure you research before you end up killing an innocent little plant baby, okay? Tip number 3 is super important as well. This is realize that your plant is alive, okay? Your plant is a living being, living, breathing, eating being, just like you and I. So this means a few different things. This means that your plant needs love, attention, affection, just like you do. So this can look like a lot of different things to different people. For me personally, it can look a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, it can look a little crazy. I always talk to my plants. Good morning, Lily Kim. How are you today? See, we're blooming. See, we're booming. I sing to my plants. Oh, hello, Ivy Winters. She's so Ivy, she's so cute. She's Ivy Winters. A little secret that only certain people know about me is that I kiss my plants. But you gotta be careful about kissing your plants because some of them are poisonous, okay? So, again, do your research, okay? This is me typing. This is me researching. So, make sure you do your research so you don't kiss a poisonous plant and die. I'm just kidding, you won't die, but be careful, girl. And another really good tip, plants like music. They like music to grow. My plants personally like Sade. Is it my plants or is it me? It's me. It's basically me. A lot of people talk about their plants liking radio or classical music or things like that. But just find out what your plants like, you know, just what do you guys like? We love Sade. Oh my god, shut the fuck up. Me too. A tip as well that kind of tacks on to realizing that your plant's alive. This is a tip that I give my friends in terms of talking, singing, etc. with your plants is you're gonna look silly. Who cares? Like, Like, literally, who cares? If your plants are going to be growing more happy and they're going to be looking better, honestly, who's the real winner? You. Because you're going to have snatched plants. You're going to have the best plants on the block. Your plants are going to be so happy, girl. So happy. Okay. Tip number 4 is kind of branching off of getting to know your plants, is that you have to listen to your plant. Oh my god, she's a total bitch. Yeah, I know. You're not able to listen to your plant unless you know your plant. By listen to your plant, I mean see what's going on with it. Listen to your plant. Is it dried out? Does it have brown leaves? Does it have little holes in its leaves? Is there little spots all over it? Are the leaves yellowing? Are they drooping? There's so many questions. So you have to listen to your plant, and you have to know it in order to listen to what it needs. How does it respond to water? How does it respond to fertilizer? How does it respond to sunlight? You know, I had an English ivy plant. Thought I was doing everything right. I burnt her. Like, even plant gurus make mistakes. I burnt her because I left her too close to a window. We all make mistakes, okay? And now she's thriving. Just like me. Just kidding. Number 5 is a really important tip as well, and that is that you should reach out to the plant community. This can mean like your local organization or greenhouse. This can mean groups on Facebook, maybe groups at your school. It can mean a variety of different things. I personally am a member of several groups on Facebook in which we just like share and trade photos, talk plant stuff, and everybody else on the group is just like you know, they're obsessed with plants. They want the best for their plants. So it's a great place to go, and I've gotten a ton of really good advice for my plants. You never know who will help you out with your plant finds. And the very last tip that I have for you is something that I bet you ain't never heard before. This very last tip is so important. It is so important. This kind of goes off of my other point in that plants are living, breathing beings. Plants can sense your negativity. They can sense your positivity. They can sense arguments. They can sense all different kinds of things. So my last but not least tip for having the best plants on the block is cleansing negativity. This can be done in several different ways. You can crack your windows, let some fresh air in, let those negative ions drift away. You can smudge your plants, which is personally what I do. You can use crystals to rid them of their negativity. There's all kinds of things you can do, but I'm telling you, plants soak up your negative energy just like people do. If there's been an argument, if you've let negative people into your house, you might want to cleanse your plants. Take it from me. I know that one might be a little out there for a lot of you, but trust me, your plants are living, breathing beings. They do understand negativity and positivity. They understand when you feed them, when you sing to them, when you talk to them, and when you shove them in a corner and don't pay attention to them. They totally 100% understand. I really hope that these tips helped you out today. Let me know down below in the comments if there's any tips that I should know that you have about your plants as well. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing, bright, beautiful day. Make sure you subscribe down below for more ridiculous, amazing, sensational plant content. All right, have a lovely day. Bye, guys.